the top of the Empire State Building.
Hey, yo, what up? I'm Josh Martinez of iHeartRadio, Z100, 103.5 Kiss FM. But y'all don't care about that. What you care about is my guest, Macklemore. What's going on, bro?
How's it going, bro?
Chilling. So, big day, Maniac, the new single.
Yes.
But
yes.
you've been having fun with it on TikTok, having people listen to it before it even drops.
Yes.
What was the mindset behind doing that fun stuff?
You know what? Pre-saves.
Fair.
Pre-saves.
Yeah, let's go.
You got to work the record. You got to work the record. You got to get out in front of the people and get people to pre-save it. That, and then also just having fun, man. I think that we are in a day and age where it's not just about coming up to the radio station. It's also about going out into the streets. It's about getting it to the fans. It's about teasing the song, the video. All those things equate to a record being successful or not, or getting lost in the shuffle. There's so many songs that get put out every day. How do you stick out? And I think that the way to stick out is to get back to the people. And that's how the Heist was successful. That's how we built the fan base. That was the underground model, 10, 11, 12 years ago, was it starts with the people. And that's what it's all about.
I kind of wanted to touch on that because I was going to give you your props for being one of the first artists I've seen going back to the Heist and Sharkface Gang and packaging the hoodies yourself and packaging the flag scarves yourself and stuff like that and putting it on socials, which I thought was dope to let listeners know, it's me and it's my team. This ain't other third world country type stuff. And to know that you haven't lost that connection with the fans is dope. And now social media allows you to be with the fans even more, or give yourself more to the fans. But that also leaves you open for public scrutiny sometimes. How do you kind of just avoid the negativity as much as humanly possible?
I don't read comments. I'm not Googling my name. I feel like I'm in a very great spot in terms of just not being like A-list where everything that happens is a BuzzFeed article. I'm just skating. I'm just sliding through life in this perfect place. And that's how I avoid it. I don't think it's just not a big deal anymore. I do what I do. People love it. People hate it. To me, it's about the art. And I want to make art that resonates with people. And thank God that there's still millions of people across this earth that want to listen to it. And as long as that's the case, and even beyond that, I'm going to create. I think that if you're a creator, if you are an artist, it's much less about what anyone else has to say about it. And this is your oxygen. This is the thing that keeps you going. And this is the reason why I'm here. I'm going to keep making it.
Now, what would you say is the biggest difference between Macklemore in the studio making Chant, making Maniac, and Macklemore that was in the studio creating The Heist?
That's a great question. For me, the hunger is the same. I want to make the best thing possible. I walk into the studio, I'm a competitive person. I'm competing with myself. I want to make the best thing. If I'm making a dance record, I want it to be the best that it could possibly be. If I'm making a song like Chant, I want to rap up there with the greats. To me, it's all about competing. It's about making the best version of that song and then doing it the next day. And, when you finally have enough for an album, it's all right, it's time to put the painting, shellac it, put it in the frame, put it up on the wall and move on to the next one. But the hunger has never left.
Now, you mentioned album. I mean, I just mentioned Chant. I mentioned Maniac. You ain't just doing this for your health and well-being. You're on tour. You're not just doing it to collect a paycheck. There's a reason for it. Any info on an album? What's up?
We're in the process of rolling this thing out.
Okay.
Chant was first. Maniac. We're gonna continue to put out records. I think for us, and it's coming. It's done. But for us, it was important that we give these songs individual moments, and because it's tough. I don't think that you're giving the fans anything if you're like, boom, single, and then here's 20 tracks. Go ahead. It's I wanted to give something that was yo, let's make moments, right? Let's make a Chant moment. Let's make a Maniac moment. The next single that comes, or the next record that comes might even not be a single, but the next moment that comes, let's make these special so people can digest it and not just, we live in a fast food culture, right? We have no attention span. they're 15-second increments, and we're still pressing forward on Instagram, scrolling through TikTok. Like our brains are overloaded with content, and it's either that or like for some reason there's like long form podcasts where people can still listen to like Joe Rogan for 3 hours. It's like there's no nuance in between the two,
Yeah.
right? So for me, it's like, okay, how do we really like drive these records home, give them their shine, make sure that they have a proper moment?
Now, you mentioned kind of these songs having their shine. Have you ever been in a situation where you have your game plan laid out, you want to have these moments, and maybe something's happening with a song that makes you go to that line of scrimmage, call an Omaha, and just say, yo, let's delay release of song 2 and let song 1 kind of go a little longer?
All the time.
Okay.
All the time. There's always the audibles, the Omahas. Yeah, you gotta operate in real time, and plans change, and the universe is one that throws curveballs. So we adapt, we move on, and do our best. And I think that whenever you put out a project, I think there's always going to be some food left on the table, right? You're going to look back and be like, you know what, we probably should have done that different. We could have done that, but it's a guessing game, right? And you don't know at the end of the day what's going to go and what's not going to go.
So it's the 10-year anniversary of the Heist.
Yeah.
Which is wild to
Yes.
say. I was saying it off air before to Sarah. I saw you in Des Moines, Iowa, when the Heist first came out. Been following you since, huge fan. When you realize it's been 10 years since the Heist, what is the first thing that comes to mind?
I'm old. I'm old. My feet hurt.
Facts.
My spine hurts. My posture is bad. It's been an insane journey. And I think the craziest thing about the Heist is you realize how quickly life can change, right? Like, we had no expectation of ever being on the radio. Like, again, I was an underground rapper. Like, that is where the Heist came from. Like, we were playing in 200 cap clubs, not selling them out when we were like making the Heist. And just trying to pay for like the airplane ticket, and then that album took over the world, and it was such a beautiful ascension to watch all of those years of work that went into the Heist, because there's so much music before that, and then to watch that take off, it's beautiful, and it's a timestamp, right? Like, we have these moments in these seasons, and that was a beautiful season that opened up the door for the life that I live today, which is one beyond my wildest dreams. So super grateful, and it's just dope that we get to reflect.
Final question. As a diehard sports fan, I just need to know, because you made a comment about something in the song Chant, and you mentioned success and wildest dreams. We getting the Seattle Sonics back? What's up with that?
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah,
Key
no.
Arena or?
Climate Pledge Arena, yes.
Wait, is that the new name for it?
Yep.
Oh, God, he's sponsored.
And new arena.
Okay.
Yeah, Climate Pledge. I mean, it's the bones of Key Arena, but they redid the whole thing.
But it's still at least Key Arena then?
Yes, it's got the roof and all that. It's amazing, incredible arena. And yeah, it's gonna happen. What year is it? 22?
Yeah.
22, yeah. By 25.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, by 25 we're in there.
All right, let's go. And by the way, he also mentioned that he was going to be the mayor of Seattle too. So Mayor Macklemore, that's a better ring than Professor Macklemore.
It's definitely better. Who thought of that?
One more time, Macklemore, appreciate you coming through, bro.
Thank you, man.
From the top of the Empire State Building.